Hi guys, welcome back to Rewrite with Ali. I'm going to be recording from my phone today because I forgot my interface, but that is totally a-okay. I'm just doing audio. It's just me. Sorry I'm not as consistent as I should be. Finding schedules that work for both guest and me is really hard. My schedule's always changing and yeah, but hopefully that gets better. I'm going to dedicate every other Saturday to recording with a guest. So we'll see how that goes. Today's episode is going to be about focus because focus is everything. If you want to accomplish something, you have to be focused. And with a lot of these solo episodes, rewriting episodes, it's for me because this is something I struggle with. So hopefully you can gain some insight and knowledge on how to better your attention span from this. We're rewriting our focus today. We're going to be able to concentrate, I promise. From someone who has ADD and has my attention span has shortened, I know how hard it is to focus sometimes. So I just want to give that disclaimer that I know people have learning disabilities, they have ADHD and things that make it even harder to focus. Maybe you struggle with the mental health problems, but I think that we can make this a superpower. I think that if you have ADHD, you can use your focus and put that into something that you love. So leverage it. Leverage that superpower that you have. There's a quote in Wisdom Takes Work by Ryan Holiday that says, "You may be dyslexic, you may think you're bad at math or not creative. You may have always hated school, but have you considered that perhaps you just haven't found the right teacher?" So this is another form of this. He is saying that sometimes you just need the right teacher in order for something to really make sense to you. The way that someone teaches something, okay? But when you can only focus on certain tasks, on things that you love, find those things that you love and hone into that and be the greatest at it. So regardless of what may hinder you from focusing, truly believe that you can find a way around it. Maybe I'm wrong though. This is just my opinion. Focus is the intentional act of directing attention towards a specific goal. So you're using it as a pointer, okay? So it's what you're choosing to look at. Versus concentration is the sustained, deep mental effort applied to that focus, the duration of time, and how intense. So how hard do you look at this? Focus is choosing what to look at, while concentrating is the intensity of it. So a book, for example, you're choosing to look at the book, but versus concentration, it's reading it intensely for an hour. I noticed my attention span shorten after COVID. I had extra time to be on my phone. TikTok did not help either. Those short videos and those dopamine hits that your brain gets, yeah, that really affected my brain. And I see this prominent in younger generations. Like my sister, she's 16. She grew up with a phone. She grew up with TikTok, social media. And I think it is slowly getting more and more, prevalent and prominent. So let's figure this out now before it gets too bad. We need focus to accomplish our goals and aspirations. Going back to the book Wisdom Takes Work, I'm going to talk about some of the quotes that I just love in it because this book inspired me to do this episode. There's a quote in there that says, "Focus is the skill that wisdom depends on." Okay, let's break that down. Focus is the skill that wisdom depends on. You need focus to be wise. To achieve wisdom, you need to be able to concentrate on certain things and put in effort. Okay, this is how you make informed decisions and understand complex ideas. True wisdom requires commitment to learning. And by cultivating focus, you're better able to understand not just yourself, but the world around you. Another quote is, "Concentration and time commitment are essential to any work." You need concentration and you need to put in the time. You need patience. And that's something else that I'm working on. And honestly, I think I'm getting better. Okay, not to toot my own horn, but I think I'm getting better. Let's clap for a minor accomplishment or growth because it's not done yet. I think I'll always be able to work on my patience, to be honest. With this quote, concentration and time commitment are essential to work. It made me think about when I was in high school and people would ask me, "How do you get good grades? It's impossible for me. I'm just not smart. I'm just not good at this, this, this." Well, I wasn't born smart. I don't think you're born smart or I don't know. Okay. I just put in the work. I literally just did my homework and put in work to truly understanding the material that was being taught. I would go after class to ask questions if I needed to. I would go during lunch. I would lock myself in a room and make sure I got my work done before doing anything else. I just ate the frog first. So it's all about the time commitment and effort that you're putting into it. I genuinely believe that. Now, this quote I love, and I will have it as my wallpaper. Okay, so it says, if you want to hit a bird on the wing, you must have all your will and focus. Supreme Court Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. once explained of hunting. You can't be thinking about yourself. You can't be thinking of 10 other things. You can't be only half paying attention. You have to be tracking, aiming, and firing in one quick, fluid movement. A perfect coordination of mind and body. Every achievement, he said, is a bird on the wing. Every achievement is you having focus in something and aiming and then firing and doing it. That portrays perfectly to me how important focus is. Focus and then you'll hit the bird on the wing. Okay? Your mind can't be wandering. No multitasking in this. Multitasking is so glamorized. You focus on one thing and get that done first and then move on to the next. I think that's the best way to do it. Another quote, a chaotic existence, an undisciplined mind, a short attention span. These are the enemies of wisdom. They prevent us from doing all we can do. Yeah, I've been guilty of this, starting things and not finishing them. And that's a crappy feeling. So let's put in sufficient time into something, get it done, build our confidence. Taking action and doing the things that we say that we're going to do is how we build confidence. I believe in you. I believe in us. Sometimes time is all that is needed for something to flourish. Sometimes you just need to put in that extra hour and eventually you'll have your breakthrough. Think about all the things you didn't achieve because of lack of focus and because you got distracted. Someone called you and you picked it up when you should have been sent a quick message saying, hey, I'll call you when I'm done in 20 minutes, in 30 minutes. We need focus to be successful. Like, honestly, now that we've talked about that a little bit, talked about that amazing book, go read it, Ryan Holiday, Wisdom Takes Work. Let's talk about tips to improve focus. We talked about the problem, now the solution. Number one, I was listening to a podcast from Mel Robbins, and she was interviewing this doctor, and the doctor introduced this breathing practice. When you're doing mundane things, start focusing on your breath and doing some deep breaths and focus on your breathing. And then that focus will show in other areas. So inhale, maybe 5 seconds, hold 5 seconds, exhale 5 seconds, hold, inhale, blah, blah, blah. You keep on going. And by practicing on focusing on your breath, it will bleed into other areas. This is a form of practicing mindfulness and meditation. Meditating activities or practicing mindfulness will strengthen your mental health and it'll improve your focus. During the meditation process, our brain becomes calmer, and so our whole body will become relaxed. When we focus on our breath, we're not distracted by anything else. So when we practice, we learn to use our breath to bring our attention back to a particular task. For example, if I am running and then my mind is wandering, I've been trying to focus on my breathing, and then that'll help me focus on my running, my pace, focusing on one thing, hitting the bird on the wing. Because if I'm thinking of other things, I'm not going to be my best at the running, which sometimes it's good to escape for a little bit while running, but that's just the way that I've been practicing this. Number two is a Pomodoro technique. Hopefully I said that right. It has 5 steps. Number one, decide the task that you need to do. Number two, set a timer for 25 minutes. 3, focus only on your task until the timer rings. Do not pick up your phone. Do not do something else. Put your phone in the other room if you need to. 4, take a 5-minute break. 5, after every 4 Pomodoros, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Pomodoros, take a longer 15 to 30-minute break, and this will prevent mental exhaustion. That's the point of this. So you have a focused task that you're doing for 25 minutes. And to get you through it, think about the 5-minute break that you're going to have after that. And then keep on doing it until that task is completed. 3, remove distractions. That probably should have been first. Silence your phone. Go on Do Not Disturb if you need to. People will understand. They can wait. It's fine. Listen to music only if it helps you focus, or go to a quiet area to do work. 4 is the foundation. It's having a consistent sleep routine and getting enough sleep. And then regularly exercising and having a healthy diet. Have a diet that helps your brain, that doesn't hinder it. Omega-3s are really good for your brain. Have some salmon, some avocado. Fuel your body. You deserve to feel good and running on fuel, not fumes. And 8 hours of sleep. How much sleep you need? Get that under control. And everything I'm telling you, I need to work on, okay? So I just want to preface that again. 5, manage your blood sugar. Holy moly, did I have to learn about blood sugar the hard way. I reached a point of exhaustion because my blood sugar was too high. And that was a reality check for me. Blood sugar affects your energy levels. When blood sugar is optimal, you feel energized and focused. But when it's too high, this is called hyperglycemia, you start feeling thirsty. Your brain is foggy. You have to pee all the time. Let me tell you, I was peeing every 5 minutes and I didn't know what was happening. My vision got blurry. I had to go into the eye doctor and got prescribed glasses. And you just feel fatigued. After work, I had to come to Mister's house and take a nap, or before work. It was not a good scene. Not a good few months there. Hypoglycemia is low blood sugar. So you can get pale, be shaky, sweaty, headaches, be nauseous. You feel like your heartbeat is beating really fast. Difficult concentrating, anxiety. Those are signs of hypoglycemia. If you want to drink coffee in the morning, pair it with protein. That's something I'm doing. And honestly, I've only been doing it for like a week and it's been helping. Even my skin is looking better, which is always a plus. The next one, number 6, listen to focus frequencies. I started doing this. I can't remember. When did I learn about frequencies? A few years ago, I learned about beta frequencies and how beta waves can help you get your mind into a certain state. Beta waves are the get it done frequency. Alpha waves are the calm focus frequency. So they both help with focus, but they put you in a different mental state. Neurotech Insider says focus frequencies are specific brainwave patterns that can be influenced through auditory stimulation, such as binaural beats or isochronic tones. The brain naturally synchronizes with these external frequencies through a process called frequency following response, FFR, enhancing mental clarity, attention, and productivity. Just try frequencies. I promise. They work. I can attest to that. At least they help me, unless it's what is it called? When you do something and it only works because you believe that it's working. I can't think of the placebo, unless it's placebo. That's what it is. Okay, next, choose to focus in the moment. When your mind is in the past and you're worried about things that happen, or you're getting anxious because you think something might happen in the future, you are using so much mental energy that you could be using to focus on what's in front of you and to concentrate. When you're living in the present, you're having all these positive emotions. Be present in what you are experiencing in the moment, and you'll be less stressed and you'll be able to focus on what genuinely matters. Next is making a to-do list. Ideally, the night before. I'm not good at doing that, but I try to do it in the morning. Eat the frog first. Visualize what you want to get done that day. Okay, eat the frog first just means do the hard thing first and get it out of the way. Because you have the most, I think you have the most, energy and discipline to do something in the morning. Because at night, when you're exhausted, you're not going to want to get it done. You're going to be like, oh, tomorrow. And then it's going to go, oh, tomorrow, the next day, the next day. Let's just get it done and eat the frog. Break large tasks into smaller tasks so that it's not as overwhelming. It's manageable that way. And doing small things, achieving small daily goals will trigger a release of dopamine, which will reinforce motivation for you to do the next thing. The next way you can improve your focus is by noticing when your mind is wandering and you lose attention. Hold your thoughts captive. Notice, because I think when you notice, you're able to rewire that and you're able to solve that. Identifying a pattern could help resolve it. And you can use this to do the breath work and bring yourself back to a particular task. Okay, I think this is the last one. Try a mind dump in the morning. Write out 2 full pages in a journal to get rid of the mental clutter that you're experiencing. Start your day with a clear mind and a vision for the day ahead of you. I've done this 2 days in a row, and I want to continue because it does feel nice to just put my thoughts on paper. This is going to be hard. It's already hard for me. Some days I forget to do certain things, but consistency is better than intensity. So pick one thing and start trying to implement it into your daily life. Let's do this together. We need to be focused. We need to grind, okay? We need to better our attention span because this is becoming a problem and I don't like it. I want it bad enough. And that's why I researched this and why I'm doing this podcast on it. So if you want it bad enough, you'll work on this too. At the end of the day, it truly is how bad you want it and how disciplined you are willing to be to do so. Concentration is not easy to develop, but it is possible. You're not just born with certain skills or talents. You develop them and work on them over time. Personally, I'm eliminating or trying to lessen my time on social media because that affects me the most right now. But it's all about practice. It's all about doing small steps. And I believe that I can do it. I believe that you can do it. So we have to practice a lot, but we got this.